What's going on, Attack Squad? It's your boy Roman, aka Mr. MA343, back at it once again. And today, oh, dude, if you guys actually didn't notice about my roast of Razorfist yesterday, oh man, you guys have just seriously missed out on some of the good stuff that I've actually been doing as of late. I mean, seriously, not only did freaking what do I want to say there? Not only did Razorfist deserve the amount of freaking criticisms I gave to him, I know that his fanboys probably might be attacking me. I mean, I've already had like one idiot actually say that my video was just low key bad, but hell, it's a video nonetheless. I'm willing to actually give you guys some good quality entertainment, even if I can't be able to edit anything, I can't be able to do anything special. Hold on, we got ourselves a guest. We got two guests. Hold on, guys.
Hey.
I'll let you guys in. Hey.
What's up, bitches?
What's up? We even got Matt. Hold on, dude.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
So we still dunking on Razorfist or something?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Happened?
Oh, nothing.
Mr. A, you okay?
Hello?
Okay, I'm back. Besides, I had to set this on speakerphone so that way I'll be able to hear you guys.
Because if this is something that happened on Twitter, you got to remember, I'm no longer on Twitter, so...
Long story short, Razorfist made a really shitty tweet, a really shitty take about anime being nothing but Nihonga-centric and gobbledygook and all that horse shit.
So,
Yeah,
in other news, water is wet.
Yeah, basically.
Yes. Yeah, and I took the liberty of actually trying to freaking take some cheap-ass jabs. And if anything I actually said was below the belt, I might still swing twice as hard, so that his grandkids would probably feel it.
Though I will be fair to Razorfist. For how much shit he gives his anime, Bande Dessinée is actually some really good shit. I mean, doesn't know what Bande Dessinée is. They're basically the Franco-Belgian equivalent to manga.
Oh, yeah. Have y'all heard the thing about them possibly bringing David Tennant back as the Doctor? Now, don't get me wrong. David Tennant was my Doctor because they say when you become a fan of Doctor Who, you always remember your Doctor. And I came into the fandom when David Tennant was the Doctor.
In fact.
And I got no problem because who's to say you can't have a similar face, if not the same face, if you're a Time Lord. But I feel they're only doing this because they realize, oh God, we fucked up by throwing out over 50 years of lore for wokey whores.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of realized too late now because, good Lord, was the female Doctor really fucking bad? Yeah.
I feel bad for Jodie Whittaker and the girl who basically was the Jesus child, because a lot of people came up with suggestions on how she could have worked into the thing. Maybe she was a future incarnation of the Doctor that ended up in the past of, Gallifrey and stuff, and that's how it started. But she and Jodie Whittaker are gonna forever be associated with the dark times of Doctor Who if the show doesn't end up canceled.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Cerno.
Hey, Cerno.
Yeah. So pretty much, I actually took the liberty of actually freaking, taking some cheap-ass puck shots at freaking some at Razorfist, because the guy freaking needs to be knocked down a peg or two.
Oh yeah, Razorfist. The one who hates anime, but like he could be so base, but he just hates anime, and that really
Okay, he hates most anime, but not all of it. He has gone on record saying Ronin Warriors, Record of the Lodoss War, and areas there in the animation are some of his favorites.
I think he's too
Look.
far conservative, honestly.
Look, I've talked about Shiri before and how it's more the fan base than that glorify Cadora, which is basically lesbian Joker and Harley, because it's the same toxic behavior Harley Quinn and the Joker have. Only difference is Adora's a little saner than Harley, but it's still the same thing. Now, I found some things in the reboot cute. I mean, I like the Scorpia Perfuma ship. It's adorable. But I can't stand people who are like, oh my god, lesbians. We're just going to ignore the fact that Catra is abusive to Adora.
It's only abusive when a man does it. Isn't that their standard nowadays?
That's always been their standard, bro.
Basically, screw if it's a healthy relationship or not. My representation. Yeah, no. If Amity was a complete and utter bitch to lose, not counting the first few interactions they had because they had just met at the time, like Catra, I would be like, why the fuck are y'all shipping my sweet baby girl Luz with this psycho bitch? That is a healthy relationship. Cadora is not.
Yeah. Hey, Jaden, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. And basically, like I said, I was actually pretty much doing a roast of freaking Razorfist, because the guy needs to be knocked down.
Oh yeah.
Kind of again.
Oh yeah, I ended up on a tangent. I wanted to say, my point is, I did find a couple things I liked about the She-Ra reboot, but I'm not really a fan of it. But as long as you're not an asshole to me, I'm not gonna badmouth you for liking the show. It's these assholes who will tell a little girl to kill herself because she decided to do old school Mermista instead of woman of color Mermista.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Oh,
and I can't stand people who do that. It's already bad enough if you do it to an adult, but you're telling a child to do this. What the fuck is wrong with you?
They have no morals.
And the only thing I'm actually worried about is actually... The only thing I'm worried about...
They just have questionable morals.
I mean, most recent thing is the whole, oh, you didn't do the right skin tone. How dare you? And you shouldn't even be drawing the family from Encanto because you're Japanese. Meanwhile, the Latin folk are like, hey, I like this drawing. Ignore this fucking gringo bitch. And the artist ended up deleting it because of assholes claiming that they care about these topics, but will basically bully anyone who doesn't bend to their will, and then will claim that gringo is a slur when Colombian and Latin folks are like, silence gringo.
They should just post on Pixiv and just not post it on any American sites where there's a lot of SJW presence, like Twitter or Tumblr. Just avoid those sites, because honestly, they should just post it on like Pixiv and stuff, because then the SJWs don't go there because of how much let's just say
porn.
And unconventional. Well, not just that, but I'm talking more about the stuff that Australia doesn't like.
Well, my point is, this just proves that they aren't the great warriors they think they are, because if they were, they'd be like, well, shit, the Latin folk like this drawing, I need to shut my mouth then.
I mean, if these people were right about fiction causing real life problems, then violence in video, then we would be basically full of shooters because of the whole violence in video games thing. If it was true there, it would have been true there. they want to have a double
some-
standard with. It's again the American tendency of treating violence as less bad than sex, which is kind of weird. Violence is more okay than sex in today's world. I think it has something to do with the Quaker Puritan mentality.
I really love that type of mentality where violence is A-okay and yet sex is a big fat haram. Look,
Yeah, I know it's almost as if there's if we still are affected.
One at a time. Just one at a time.
It's almost as if American views about sex are still influenced by the old Quaker Puritans from the 1700s.
Oh Jesus! Fuck.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. You basically turned.
I'm just gonna say this:
emasculated pussies, you Quaker fucks.
I'm just gonna say this. I think I'd rather see a woman run across the screen naked than see a guy's head blown off.
So this
I
is
mean,
what
if it's in real life, yeah, I'd rather, because at least with someone committing indecent exposure, at least no one died. You know, that's the thing, is that they'd rather have people die. They'd rather see people die than see the naked boobs or whatnot. We have a very puritanical mindset about one thing but not the other. It's a very weird double standard when, in all actuality, if anything, violence should be worse than sex. Because at least with violence, people die.
No, what's funny is, and the Council of Weaves, or well, the Council of Otaku, whatever. Someone posted this censored version. I don't know what the game is, but there's this pixelated woman whose skull was exposed, like her face was ripped off, and there was blood, and her boob slipped out of her dress. Well, the censored version had the boob covered up, and it's like, wow, really?
Yeah. No. I'm sorry.
It's a double standard.
I'm sorry, but if I see someone's face ripped off, I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, her boobs popped out. I'm gonna be like, holy shit, someone's face got ripped off.
Exactly. The thing is that
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it would kind of be like, whether she was covering up or not, it would be the same thing. Like, yeah, someone's face got ripped off.
And what's funny is
violence is just.
Wait, hold up. There's a sexy woman's face ripped off? What?
It's like an old game. I don't know. It looks like it's a NES game by the pixelated character, but it's just absolutely astonishing how this has been a thing that's always been asked and said. Hell, it was even a little episode of whatever in Foamy where they were talking about the female. I don't know the girl's name, but the girl was talking to a friend of hers about the whole double standards of how it's okay to see gore, like a woman's head get blown off, or guts and shit like that falling out of someone's body, but seeing boobies, that's a step too far.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Game of Thrones as an example. Would I like it to not be so much sex? Sure. But I'd be a lot more happier with the sex than half of the shit I saw that it involved people getting killed or mutilated.
And again, let's. I don't want to change the subject, but I do want to bring to light two females that are getting changed, and one of them is, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the green M&M. Now,
I heard about the go-go boots being removed, as Geeky from Clownfish put it. So you're basically gonna slut-shame her. Nice.
Wait, does M&M still taste the same, or
what does this have to do with the fact that the green M&M character is getting her go-go boots taken away?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, Dee Dee kind of reminds me of the girl from Clownfish sometimes.
Geeky Sparkles?
Yes.
It's probably. Is it because of the voice?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the voice. But I mean, one thing I do want to throw out there though is the fact that everyone is complaining about, oh, it's not a big deal, yada yada yada. But that's how it starts, though. I mean, what you're basically saying is, no, milady must not show legs. She must not show skin. She must be covered up. And
well, doesn't Green's boots cover up her legs? And Geeky brought up a good point too. How come Brown still gets to keep her pumps, but Green has to drop the go-go boots?
yeah, and not just that, but Brown, she's not bossy. She's just boss. Like, there's agenda behind it because of that, and also again, Green being we might as well say
like another. Because I've been hearing on the grapevine on various other sites that I'm on since I left Twitter. I like my blood pressure being low, by the way, so that's a plus for leaving Twitter. But I've been hearing on the grapevine on other sites and stuff that they're gonna make Brown the sassy black woman.
Oh, God damn it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Now, take this with a grain of salt because internet.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, would it be a surprise? Because you gotta remember, these idiots, these wokies, they want to sit there and say, we wish to represent. And whenever they do represent, it's always a stereotypical, obnoxious stereotype.
Yeah, again, these people do not really care about the quote-unquote cause, the quote-unquote cause that they claim. Otherwise, they'd realize when, example, Colombian and other Latin folk who tell the Japanese artists they love the drawing of the Madrigal family from Encanto, they'd shut their goddamn mouths, because if the people that they're trying to defend are like, hey, I like this drawing, maybe you should shut your damn mouth, because obviously it's not a bad fucking thing. Hell, the thing with the Native American drawings by the other Japanese artists had people, indigenous people, Native Americans, whatever you want to call the term, saying, hey, I like this, I like that my culture is being represented. Meanwhile, white wokey hoes are like, oh, you're appropriating. I'm going to ignore the indigenous people who say they like this.
And mind you, by the way, these wokies, they love the ugly-ass, shitty drawing of Captain Native American, but yet, here's this cool-ass drawing of a Native American from a Japanese artist. That's the problem. Just like I guarantee you, if they drew Encanto characters, all the females, whatever, to look like ma'ams or anything like that, Tumblr art, they would be praising it. But here's a Japanese artist doing a damn good job, and it's a issue.
Okay, if I can interject here, I want to say something. These social justice weirdos love to actually demasculinize and defeminize, certain things. Just because they want, so-called...
Emasculate, dude?
They want to actually, take away all, the buff, looking men and all the sexy-looking women because, because of the so-called patriarchy.
What does that even mean?
It means they're man-haters.
Yeah, and one thing I also want to out there, speaking of, the green M&M, now, New York Times made an article, because of course they did, and the way they worded it was very weird, because they wrote, Minnie Mouse is ditching her polka dot dress for a pantsuit and this progressive, it's that whole celebrating Women's Day, and so
Wait. Where the hell have they been? Because I've seen many versions of Minnie wearing shorts and pants. This is not something new.
Exactly, but the thing is, though, is the way they worded it. It was like it was supposed to be this super awesome progressive thing where it's a step in the right direction of some crap with
But
mini.
this isn't anything new, though. I've seen mini in pants and shorts. This is nothing new.
Exactly,
Yeah, and
but
Can we please carpet bomb California?
but
Hey,
since
hey! A couple friends live there.
But we need to
Friends
evacuate
that
them
live
out
there, and they
first.
aren't
Just
woke
send in a
stuff.
team to evacuate them out before commencing it.
it won't be hard to defeat these soy boys. All I gotta do is say 2 genders, and then they're going to a. Then they're going to a
They
huge.
go into nuclear meltdown.
Like,
Also, I'm bringing up the whole I'm bringing up the whole She-Hulk new
Nuclear
design
siren.
thing where she looks like Bruce in drag. I'm pointing to Louisa as an example of you can have a buff chick and she still look fucking attractive.
And that's one thing I also wanted to point out too is she looks like a woman. Yes, she's buff, and I did see one guy complaining, like they were talking about how it was weird that when she got the power of strength, she became buff and everything. Meanwhile, I don't know the girl's name. I haven't seen the movie. I want to because you and everybody else have been praising it to high heaven, but
Okay, can you describe the girl?
it's the one. It's the one who can, I believe, hear things, whatever.
Dolores.
Yeah. Apparently, his argument was, how come DeLorean didn't, get big ears since she gained her power? And it's like, first of all, dude.
Because
Hey, Kikiro.
Hey,
Howdy.
because you don't necessarily need big ears for hearing.
And not just that, but also, it's not like she became She-Hulk. She still looked like a woman. If anything, she can stand next to or how you say her name from Dodo Dodo, as well as several other female anime characters who are swole. She still looks like a female and like absolutely amazing. She's appealing. She's attractive. Meanwhile, you got the Ma'am Hulk, who is just bunga bunga me man.
They're reversing that, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, that was announced, and the first official issue with her looking normal showed up in a Fantastic Four issue that I bought like a week ago. But yeah, she's back to normal.
Yeah, but I think she's gonna go back to her Hulk-esque design when she gets her own series in the MCU.
Look, if I were still on Twitter, I'm never going back because I like my blood pressure not being through the roof. But if I were still on Twitter, after seeing Encanto, I'd be posting on everything with Bruce in drag, as I call her, Louisa saying, why can't y'all make her look like this girl? This girl is muscular, but she's still feminine looking. Why can't you make this?
I'll tell you though, whoever made her doll fucked up really bad. Like that, you go to the Walmart and you see the toys on the shelf.
Oh, please tell me that she's not like Barbie.
They did her. They did her dirty. It was bad.
To be fair, and I'm pretty sure Dee can vouch for this too, as someone who was a part of the MLP fandom, we already know how badly, company can make a character. Isn't that right, Hasbro? How come they don't look exactly the same and don't say they can't do it? The fans did it way better.
Well, this is because a couple of screenshots, you see Sunny from the side where you don't see her cutie mark, and people are like, why the hell does she only have one cutie mark on one side? And I'm like, I think it's so Hasbro would get fans to stop fucking screaming about the fact that on both sides in Generation 4, there were cutie marks, but if you buy a plush or a figure or something, it's only one butt cheek that has a cutie mark.
And also, I just want to add to this outfit too. I'm wondering if cutie marks will still have any relevance like they did in G4, where they actually, meant something. Whereas it's supposed to symbol your special talent or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe
Probably
it's a
not.
reference. I mean, maybe it's a Sunny's cutie mark is a reference to the fact that she's basically like the next generation princess or something, considering her cutie mark is similar to Twilight's. But I can't figure out what a shooting star thing would relate to activism or whatever.
Well, and Chief, you also got to look at Twilight Sparkle, where does her cutie mark really say Princess of Friendship, right? Like she was
Her
just
cutie mark is magic.
Yeah. So it's like, but her whole thing was, learning about friendship, just like, Sunny's is basically being a good activist. So it shouldn't coordinate
Yeah,
with.
I was pleasantly surprised with that because
Wait a minute. Her cutie mark is literally about being an activist. What the hell?
Oh, no.
no, her cutie mark is a shooting star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is an activist, though. Well, and when we say activist, it's in a good, positive.
Yeah, it's an actual good activist.
Hey guys, I'm gonna
I
have to
was
dip out for a
actually
minute.
worried when I heard that she was going to be an activist. I'm like, oh, come on, Hasbro. No.
Bye, Kikiro.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Apparently he had to go do a thing. I heard him say something. But no. Like, it's the fact is, we're going back to Minnie Mouse and Green M&M. The fact is, going with the whole Minnie Mouse thing for a moment, they state that it's just for this time that she's going to wear a pantsuit to, support the Women's History Month or
But
whatever.
it's not a new thing. She's worn pants before.
Exactly. But it's just how they worded it. How it's like, oh, this is progressive, and this is to respect all lazy kind.
No, it's baiting is
This
what
is
it
why
is.
we
Because
do not, and I repeat, do not support freaking journalists in today's day and age, because basically they're all nothing more than political activists.
This is what happens when you give political activists and journalists all the power. They will abuse it to no end.
Exactly, and again, it's just why do you have to change Green M&M's go-go boots and legs? And we know why. It's because you have to take away appealing women. I guarantee you, if Green M&M had hairy-ass legs looking like a third-rate feminist, it would be okay. It would be brave and bold. But no, since she has pretty legs, it's like, no, we have to be progressive, or rather we have
and she's
to be...
a fucking candy. I mean, I know there are fetishes for things, but who the fuck wants to fuck a candy?
Well, I'm
Apparently,
pretty sure Rule 34 would like to say hello.
That sounds so hilarious.
Oh
It's
god.
so much wine to have sex with candy.
Carl would like to say hello.
I don't know.
Rule-
I don't know
Rule
why,
34.
but I mean, it's weird.
Rule 34 says hello.
All right. I'm just saying if you're gonna be that dirty minded, don't blame me for basically pointing out how stupid you are. Because you're the one who thought about fucking a fucking M&M.
I
Just imagine
just thought it was personally, I think it's funny.
Just imagine someone going to the grocery store and buying a damn M&M bag, like, oh yeah, I got plans tonight.
Guys. Let me just actually say something here. Rule 34 means that, there's a port of something, but Rule 1 of the internet's performed.
Yes.
Just remember.
Me up all night honking me horn to porn.
Oh yeah, Avenue Q, I remember that.
Who's your favorite song? If you ever played that to an SJW, I bet you, I swear to God, they are going to freaking have a nuclear freaking meltdown over that damn song.
And to that, I will say,
Or like
what
an
I do.
explosion of like rees, like reep.
And to
By the way,
that,
speaking for
and to
guys,
that-
guys.
and
Oh,
to
go on,
that,
Dee.
I will say,
Whoa,
what?
whoa. Dio actually wanted to say something. Go ahead, Dio.
Actually, no. I mean, I was wanting Dee to finish, then I was going to say something.
Anyway, and to that, I would say, if they started throwing a fit over the internet is for porn, I'd be like, what? I do stay up all night honking my horn. I mean, it's more of a push button horn, but it's a horn nonetheless.
Oh wait, no.
God.
What the evangelicals, the Christians called it, Satan's doorbell.
Look,
Wow.
if society, if the wokies really think they were so hot and with their ugly forms and stuff, we wouldn't have vibrators to relieve ourselves.
What's funny is, I know y'all probably don't remember, but the post I made when I was actually in the council of weeps and stuff, but so there's a cow and chicken post I showed y'all where chicken's
Buffalo
like,
gals?
chicken's like, hey, listen, I know you don't like being ugly, but someone's got to hold all that ugly so the rest of us can look good.
Gotta make everyone else look good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly
One for the team.
That's what you should. That's what we should all tell these feminists and soy boys. Like, hey, listen, we know you hate being ugly, but someone's got to do it. I mean, it can't be Dee Dee because she's too damn pretty. She's too awesome and great. So it has to be you, Triggity Paw.
I mean,
yeah, someone's got to pick one for the team.
I mean, I guess again, there's a finish for everything.
This real
so
quick.
Maybe...
So I'm not really a man of soy boys, etc. supported Satanism.
Yeah, guys, whatever you do, do not click on any of the bots links that they leave behind.
Man,
I've basically gotten to where I don't mess with the chat unless I want to post a link or something to a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Got it.
But now also, G, what were you about to say though?
But
I forgot because I decided to let bleeding finish.
Sorry.
But no, I mean, one thing that I also want to throw out there too, and this is going back to females, okay, since we already talked about the green M&M and freaking Minnie Mouse, not being the first time she wore pants. Let's define a woman. I don't know if y'all seen that, but Dr. Phil brought in this mentally challenged man who says to non-binary, and the mentally challenged person's like, can you define a man? And I mean, to define a woman. And here's how you define a woman. Let's talk about the skeleton for a moment, okay? So you got a different shape of pelvis bone compared to the male, which you can also expand during childbirth. We're talking about the skeleton first, though. And you got a different jawline compared to the male. Now let's put molecules, blood, DNA into that, okay? So estrogen, that's for females. Yes, they can have both, but it's more so the females get, more estrogen. And you got the XX chromosome. Y is for males, X is for females. And then you got the whole giving birth, which, yes, not all women give birth because they're sterile, which is fine. But they
sterile had to get lady bits removed because of things like cancer or something.
Mm-hmm. And also, they get the time of the month. Yes, women can miss a month, but they still have that time of the month the next time. So that's what women have, as well as breastfeeding. Yes, not all women can produce milk, but still, these are the things that define a woman. What makes a woman a woman?
Also, boobas.
Yes.
Well, again, after reading a story my neighbor sent me, she's a friend of mine. But after reading the article, as I said, J.K. Rowling's gonna look very silly if they're able to do that with trans women. But they were able to transplant lady bits to another woman, and the woman who got the transplant lady bits was able to have 2 kids. So if they're able to figure that out with trans women, well, I don't know what to say anymore, because we can't exactly say the cruel thing of you're not a real woman if, you know, we're able to transplant lady bits.
And here's the thing, though. I mean, even then, you know, even if that vagina, that artificial vagina, can produce babies and have a time of the month, there's still the fact that.
Can anyone explain the joke to me?
It's get it the because SJWs have a nuclear meltdown.
Oh yeah, I get it now. I get it.
Also, what I was about to say was, it still boils down to the pelvis bone. The jawbone is different than the male. So still, even if you can do the whole vagina thing, you still can't stop your, you know, bones from being the way they are.
There we go.
Well, yeah, but nice. Anyway, the point is, and then I saw patents for a machine that can grow a baby for you. All you have to, and it has a battery that'll last 48 hours if the power goes out for some reason. So hopefully you can get the power back on before 48 hours is up. But you just put in like this nutrient pack thing in the machine, and it gives the baby that's growing all the nutrients it needs. It's not going to be long before what your gender is won't matter anymore.
Oh, also, hey, it's a chia pet. I just imagine though, like, in all fairness, you know how bullies be cruel and shit. Just imagine being an artificial baby that was grown in some whatever pod, if you will, and trying to roast somebody else. Like you're trying to roast the orphan. I mean, the orphan can just be like, at least my parents gave birth to me before they threw me away.
Oh.
That is a slow burn. But, you know, all I gotta say is also, I just actually had to do this because, you know, like I said, I wanted to actually double down on my stupidity. But I've actually did another erotic fan fiction. But this time I've actually chosen to do it with My Hero Academia. Because I really wanted to give these, like, SJWs the whole freaking middle finger, along with, you know, my doxer and all his little freaking band of Mary.
Yeah, by the way, Marcus, how about that? How about that spicy footlong, you goddamn son of a bitch?
Anyway, back to Louisa. I actually heard that basically the artist had to fight to be allowed to make her muscular, because Disney wanted to do her in the same style as, you know, marketable Disney princess thing, and it's like, no. Her gift is being super strong, and she likes to work out. You actually see her in a scene using weights. And it doesn't make sense if she doesn't have muscles.
Exactly, and she isn't like, say, Deku, who can actually get away with that because his, you know, quirk allows him, like, it's the whole kind of a power thing that, you know, the whole electric thing that happens whenever he activates his quirk. Like, he can be skinny, or at least built like that, and, you know, be able to throw a damn semi across the city or whatever. But in Luisa's case, she is supposed to be, you know, strong, and it doesn't come from like a power thing like Deku. So she has to, you know, be well built. Because it does, again, like you say, it doesn't make sense if she was scrawny, and here she is, you know, basically picking up the donkeys like it's nothing.
Also, also, you feel really bad for Louisa because she's basically been made to feel like if she can't do her duties, like carrying a bunch of bricks and stuff to build a house or something, that she's basically worthless. And she has a mental breakdown when her gift starts waning, and Abuela, or Bitchy as I call her, because holy shit, how can you treat your grandkids that way? It's just like, don't say anything. We're trying to get your older sister married off to Mariano. And it's like, your granddaughter is having a mental breakdown because you basically made her feel like that if she can't fucking carry a piano, let alone a thing of bricks, she is worthless. You have fucked her up. That is not a good thing. You need a good slap.
Exactly.
Hold on, that actually happened?
It seems like Grandma needs that sandal.
Also,
Yeah.
Also, another thing I want to bring up is like the point that Dio actually brought up one time. Like if you actually put me better inside me, or like him, or Cerno for that matter, or like Shadow or Matt. If you're gonna plan on putting be better than me, you better buy me dinner first, okay? Let's just put it at that.
But I mean, I do want to also bring up
I don't
one
want to
thing.
feel better than anyone at
But I do
all,
want
to be honest.
But I do want to bring up one thing though. Again, I did see that article that Didi mentioned too on Facebook, and I'm glad that they did do it. What's funny is a lot of little girls liked Louise, which is pretty cool because it shows you that, first of all, girls like appealing things, and also girls like, the strong, cool character, which, let's face it, Louise is best character, and I haven't even seen the movie yet, but still, best character.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If Encanto had come out when I was a little girl, I would have definitely loved Mirabelle's design. But I probably would have liked Louisa more because she isn't a fucking bitch like Isabella, before we find out that Isabella has her own mental problems because, yet again, Grandma has made it seem like if she's not fucking perfect, she's failed the family.
And one thing I also want to out there too is it's still showing a good message because again, Louise is still a beautiful woman and yet she's still appealing, and it still shows that you can look good and look like this and be cool and be awesome, be whatever. Meanwhile, DC and Marvel are like, no, milady must look like a man with a square jaw and a six pack and look like a man.
Yeah, well, Louisa, all they had to do was buff up
Wait,
Louisa's
hold up.
arms, give her some broad shoulders, and you pretty much, before you even heard that part of the song where Mirabelle's explaining all her family's gifts, that her gift has to be strength based.
Wait, I have to ask,
That's all you needed. You didn't have to make her look like Bruce in drag.
Exactly.
Also, just have to ask this: why does Marvel and DC "quote unquote" hate men, yet they make their women look like men? Isn't that contradictory?
Actually, no. What it is simple. Is what I basically kind of came up with is what Marvel and DC are doing, since they're not fans of the characters or the sources. It's that whole schoolyard bully mindset where they take your sketchbook, draw penises on the characters, and say they're gay, neener, neener, neener. Because that's all you have to do with these characters. Like, Iceman is now gay. Just say, Iceman is gay, neener, neener, neener. Superman just got oofed in prison, neener, neener, neener.
I hope Marvel never touches Venom.
That's what it all comes down to. It isn't about hating stories. It's simply about being a bully and going neener, neener, neener.
Well, let's also take into account they're trying to appeal to Nazis who were probably made fun of for their appearance, in which case you have my pity because I was bullied for my appearance as a child. But I didn't decide to basically say all women should be hideous in media and stuff because I was bullied for my appearance. This is basically all it is. They can't stand stand people preferring pretty people, so they want all the fictional characters to be hideous she demons.
And again, you go back to Louise, who is a muscle-bound woman, and yet she still looks appealing, and she still has a wonderful personality. And again, the little girls, the main target demographic, all love her.
Hell, if you put Louisa next to Bruce and Drag and said you have to go out on a date with one of them, I'm like, I'll take the Colombian girl.
Yeah. Like, I feel safer with Louise. I mean, with fucking Ma'am Hulk, she's just going to degrade me and say it's my fault. And if I decide to pay for the dinner, she's like, oh, so you think women can't pay for it? Then I'll be like, okay, fine, I won't pay for it. And then she'll be like, oh, so the woman has to, like, God. Oh.
I think Louisa would be grateful because you find out that Louisa doesn't, except for maybe sleeping, she's not allowed to really have a break. So I think she'd be happy with someone paying for her meal and her getting to sit down for a little while.
Yeah, see, there you go. Like, I mean, Louise is a wholesome woman. Like, again, she is a good, strong, powerful female character. Meanwhile, DC and Marvel only have, me, ma'am, me have no personality. You will respect my hairy coochie.
Oh, no.
Like I said, I hope they keep Venom out of this whole stuff. Hey, DBZ and GT for life.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, Neil.
But yeah, like I said though, Louise is a great example of a strong, beautiful female character done right, and it shows you that the West can still make good entertainment. So Disney, let's do more of this and less of this whole reboot, remaster, whatever bullshit with classics.
Did you hear about the thing with Peter?
And bring back stuff like the Owl House.
Oh God, yes, the whole they made her Latina because why not? And they're getting rid of the 7 dwarves to replace them with 7 mythical creatures, and it's just why? Why are you doing this?
Evidently,
Dinklage is a fucking asshole.
Evidently, Disney does not want to give jobs to working little people.
I gotta ask, what did Razorfist do?
Fun of anime.
Just make a shitty take about anime.
Basically, in other news, water is wet. Basically, what else is new with these kind of people?
But he's not a wokey though.
No, he's not. He's actually conservative. He's just not very huge.
Would you be surprised if he was?
Japanese entertainment that isn't heavy metal.
He's the kind of person. He's the kind of.
I had to take a cheap shot at why he wears aviator sunglasses, saying, "Is he actually hiding freaking beady little eyes? He's like a Canadian from freaking South Park." I'm not a Canadian, buddy.
I didn't see what you did. I did watch a video, Mr. Anime. I did watch a video on the roast of Razorfist. I wanted to know what he did, but I did make a comment. But bitch, whore Susan keeps removing comments.
Of course.
Of course she would, because good lord, she's a fucking Karen.
And a whore.
And a bitch.
I'm not your buddy, friend.
I'm just a friend.
Yeah.
I'm not your buddy, friend.
Sorry, never mind.
I'm not your friend, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, guy.
Buddy, guy.
I love South Park.
Man, yeah,
I mean, they
unapologetic.
dropped the ball on
And
who
still, this is why we actually need more shows like South Park in today's day and age.
I hope South Park never gets
You
canceled.
don't fucking care, okay?
Also, South Park, the creators Trey and Matt, they were inspired by Beavis and Butthead when they made South Park.
You can kind of see it. Like, you can definitely see it.
And they don't. Not to mention Mike Stone. They ain't afraid to actually freaking call out both sides of the aisle. Okay.
Yeah. Not to mention. Did I mention?
I'm back.
Mike Judge is still the based motherfucker he is today.
Yeah.
Mike
Wait,
Judge has
he is?
basically said,
Oh, thank
yeah,
God.
Hank's a Republican, but he would have never voted for Trump because Trump is a moron.
By the way, speaking of people, I want to bring up one thing. Meatloaf sadly has passed away this year.
Honestly, I didn't know who Meatloaf
His name was Robert Paulson.
Who is that?
You don't
You
know who
don't know
Meatloaf
who Meatloaf
You
is?
never heard of
You do not know?
We're gonna have to pull Bleeding Shadow into the chat and have a movie night and show him Rocky Horror.
Yeah,
Meatloaf
I've seen him
played
on
Eddie
TV.
in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I've seen him on TV before. I did see him on TV before back in like 2007. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah,
it was around 2005, 2007.
Wait,
It was a long
we're
time
doing a
ago.
movie night tonight? Awesome.
No, I said we need to pull you in and show you the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show. Meatloaf played the character Eddie.
Fight Club.
Eddie is my favorite character to a point that, yes, I know the character is male, but if I were given the chance, I would play Eddie in a community theater rendition of Rocky Horror.
A sweet transsexual.
Again,
that's
I
Dr.
was
Frankenfurter, not Eddie.
Once again, I was quoting Fight Club.
I mean, what? I just want to know. Like, I mean, what would happen if the Wokies were to see that movie?
What, Fight Club?
It's not working.
Or not just Fight Club, but Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, trust me.
Huh. I know, for some reason.
Every queen, every bisexual
No,
bitch,
I don't think that's it.
every
They would
gay
either
bastard
What's
it's
wrong,
their
Carl?
end.
exert
So I don't know what to do.
would basically be like, if you fucking touch Rocky Horror Picture, we will rip
Hey,
off.
Sarno, what's
We
wrong?
will rip off body parts and beat you with them.
Hmm.
You don't touch Rocky Horror. It's a queer icon for us.
Exactly. Like, leave our fucking hero alone. You have your damn Q-Force and your stupid little rejected, Marvel and DC comic heroes that are just choking.
Uh-oh.
Something the matter with
Going
DBZ?
Super Saiyan now.
It just pisses me off that fucking Marvel, especially DC, is going down the road that they're going down, and I hate hearing it. I just hate it so much, man.
Well, I did hear some good news. Like, there does seem to be a glimmer, a tiny little glimmer of hope, because word on the grapevine says that Marvel and DC are getting tired of losing, and they're thinking of, actually
Listening to the
good.
people who buy the shit?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
About freaking time.
Fuck. I'm tired of seeing,
but it's a
I am
start.
tired of seeing something like Demon Slayer outsell Batman and Superman. That shit irritates me. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, you
about
can't
it.
be mad at Demon Slayer because
I'm not mad at Demon Slayer. I'm mad at fucking DC for not doing their fucking job in Marvel too.
Because basically, that's the thing. Because we keep hiring people like Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Yeah, that
like
bitch.
that chick really needs to learn some humility. Okay,
She needs to
basically,
learn how to get
after
her ass
she
whooped.
said, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Same thing with freaking Frosty D4 TV.
And then
She
they have
actually-
surprise Pikachu face and then blame men that the comic didn't sell well. It's like, you said if we didn't like it, don't buy it. So we didn't buy it because we don't like it.
We literally listened.
Exactly.
I didn't.
But again, it's that whole.
I don't even know who this is.
But again, it's that whole damned if you do and damned if you don't. Like, if you don't do it, well, you piece of shit. If you do it, well, you piece of shit. It's like, pick a lane.
Well, it's like the thing I suggested when it came to a female Thor. instead of, emasculating Thor and basically saying he's unworthy, maybe have him get hurt real bad and he decides to trust his girlfriend to wield the hammer. Or have it be his daughter. I could see the whole hammer passing down to a child thing happening too. So you could have it be his daughter. Maybe he takes the throne after Odin has died, and he decides that the Thor mantle should be carried by his child, his daughter. And that's how you get female Thor without fucking over Thor.
And one thing I do want to say, like, what the hell is up with saying that Thor's hammer is female? Like, it's a fucking hammer, you special needs.
Yo, they need to get shot the fuck up. I don't care. Listen, guys, these fucking dudes keep ruining fucking comics. I am so sick of that shit. All right.
Also,
off man to the end, but I love DC and Marvel.
I just want to say this real quick.
Check, guys.
Yeah.
This is almost as bad as your average anti-anime fuck nugget saying, "Oh, anime is just doing well because everything American entertainment is going well."
Yeah, if that were true. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bleeding. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, is it just me, or am I the only one that really dislikes the fact that Thor's at the end of Endgame joined the Guardians and rechanged to the Asgardians? Because I don't know, it just doesn't really fit. Like, seriously, Thor should not be part of the Guardians.
It's a temporary place for him because they don't know what else to do with him. It's kind of like when in the comic books when they shut down the Fantastic Four comics because they didn't want to inadvertently advertise for Fan Four Stick. What they did was instead they knocked out.
The Fantastic Four was no longer in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 or NBCI.
Yeah, but what they ended up doing was the Thing. He ended up going to the Guardians of the Galaxy, and in real time spent about 3 years there because they didn't want to completely get away. He is easily their most marketable character, and so instead of getting rid of him, they put him in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they kept, and then everybody else was dormant.
Also, you know how in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, how it takes place a few weeks after the first film? I hope they do the same thing for Volume 3 and not make it do this modern MCU woke BS.
Also, Disney, if you're watching, I'm keeping my fingers crossed here, but for the love of God, you can be the ones to actually give us a good Fantastic Four movie.
Okay. 2005 was a good Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, it was. Guys, we do have a good Fantastic Four movie. It's called The Incredibles. Yes.
Okay, but you have to understand, The Incredibles is like a child-friendly cross between The Watchmen and the Fantastic Four, though. So, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, they did show an actual dead superhero in the first movie.
That it's still for children.
Usually not Disney friendly.
Also,
okay. Maleficent called upon the pits of hell in a Disney movie. Come on now.
Yeah, man. Listen, the 2005 Fantastic Four movie was fucking good. I don't care what people say.
Man, I think it was good, but just
What about the Rise of Silver Surfer?
That was okay at best. It was epic.
That one just suffered from a lot of they wanted to bring Dr. Doom back. They shouldn't have. They should have left it alone after the first movie. They wanted to headline him because he was the one everybody was interested in. And
honestly, this isn't the first time we've seen Dr. Doom.
Honestly, I just wanted to see the Skrulls in a Fantastic Four movie and do Super Skrull.
Unfortunately, the next the Skrulls are what the new Captain Marvel movie is supposed to be about.
Oh, hey, DBZ, I have a question.
Yeah.
How far back is your Marvel comic knowledge? Because I'm gonna say this: there was apparently a thing where Aunt May ended up being the messenger or whatever you call it for Galactus, and she went by Golden Oldie.
Well, that's.
I thought
better
Aunt May
than
was.
Aunt-
Oh, that was just. This in the
still better
Spider-Man
than-
game, I can't believe they actually killed off Aunt May at the end of the end of the Spider-Man
Oh, it was.
game.
You
it was in the
actually-
middle.
I got something to say about the whole Aunt May thing, real
My
quick.
Marvel knowledge goes all the way back to
Aunt May was
2003.
also
this came out in the 90s, I
Spider-Man
believe.
for some reason.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want to say.
Wow.
There's one thing I want to say about the whole Aunt May, real quick though. Why the fuck is Aunt May a hot ass fine MILF? Like she needs to be a sweet old lady. I'm sorry.
Okay, can I explain? Can I explain what the MCU has done?
Go ahead.
Okay, so what they have done, Richard Parker, instead of having an older brother named Benjamin, Uncle Ben does not exist in the MCU. Instead, May Parker is his younger sister who never married.
What?
Yes, Uncle Ben does not exist.
Oh my God!
You can't do that! Uncle Ben is the one
No.
with great power comes great
Okay, everyone's going Super Saiyan.
Guys, have you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. We're long past. Does anybody have any problems with spoilers for the new Spider-Man movie at this point?
Well,
Honestly, I really don't care.
I just want to throw this out though.
I'm gonna watch that fucking
Aunt
movie.
May, old Aunt May, the sweet wholesome version will always be the best. Don't at me.
Oh, agree. I agree.
Yeah. Because that's the original.
Exactly. Also, what are you going to say, Geek Hero, though? What's the spoiler?
Okay, so how many have not seen the movie?
I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips of it, and I want to watch it so fucking bad.
Oh, okay. Okay. If y'all avoided spoilers this far, I'm not going to ruin it for you.
I don't care about spoilers.
Okay.
I'm interested in something.
I've already told this. I've already told this to Bleeding Shadow. If anybody has any opposition to a major hardcore spoiler, now is the time.
I'm
all right. I'm good at spoilers. I'm gonna watch the damn movie.
Okay. So, in the movie, Aunt May tells him the famous line before the Green Goblin kills her. William Dafoe's Green Goblin wipes her completely out. They killed his mother.
It better be sweet and emotional. It better be fucking sweet and emotional.
You have no idea, because the scene right after that, Ned and Michelle bring over Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and the two of them go to find him, and they have the most. Whoever wrote this damn scene has taken real psychology classes. Like, it had me and every grown man in that place in fucking tears. They when the three of them are grieving for their loved ones together, it absolutely breaks you apart. It is, and of course, it doesn't matter which Aunt May it is. The two of them have just walked into a reality where the woman that raised them died. So I mean, it is a really so they do.
I also like if I could also speak for a second, I also like the conversation before the fight. Where Spidey explained to Andrew and Tom where the webs just came out of his wrist, and Tom and Toby fought an alien, and Andrew didn't fight an alien.
Well, okay, that's a theme. If you'll notice, that's a theme. Two of them, every time one of them says something, another one will say, "Yeah, I've done that too," and then a third one is left out, and it rotates on which one is left out. But that is the ongoing theme.
Oh, y'all want to hear something funny? Tom Holland is the newest Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone said Deadpool treats Tom Holland's Spider-Man as like his little brother, and he's dating Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and he has a restraining order against Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh, good Lord.
That is kind of funny.
Is it Bully Maguire that bully Deadpool?
Okay. So just real quick though, Tobey Maguire has definitely been giving pointers to both of them, because like all the problems we have with Tom Holland, he starts acting more like the Tobey Maguire Peter Parker before they even meet. Like, it's very clear that they have spent some time together.
Yeah, the only problem I have with Toby's performance is that they didn't add like a Bully Maguire reference. Like, I'm not expecting like a dance cue or something stupid.
Oh,
but
please don't do the dance. The
But
dance
they put that in into the Spider-Verse though.
Yeah, but Toby could have just said something like, "I missed the part where that's my problem," or "Pizza time."
He already said
Also,
every
hi,
other
Nap.
quote you could think of.
Yeah, man. Like,
Also, hi,
you
Nap.
get a fidget spinner.
Look, all I know is when someone suggested that as a comic idea, I cracked up and I'm like, you know what? I would actually buy that comic. I wouldn't buy any other comic for Spider-Man they made, but if they did a thing where Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the little brother to Deadpool, Garfield is the boyfriend.
Oh,
Deadpool
that. Oh.
Let me finish, because Deadpool will screw anything. And then he has a restraining order against Tobey Maguire. I would so read that.
That shit fucked me up, man.
Personally, I hope it would be like
I missed
would
the
it be
part where
Ryan
that's
Reynolds
my problem.
Deadpool? Would it be Ryan Reynolds Deadpool that did that, or just Deadpool?
I didn't know they had a different version of Deadpool besides Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, there was also Nolan North, in my opinion, the best Deadpool.
Wait, when did this happen? Is he like for the animated one?
Well, he was part of the Deadpool video game.
I'm talking about movies.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool in the movies.
That's what I said. I mean, that's why I said Tom Holland, Garfield, and Tobey Maguire.
Oh, also, Ryan Reynolds is the only Deadpool, right, guys?
No, no, Nolan North for me.
Fine, but I'm talking about the movies.
Oh, yeah.
And unless they've had someone else play Deadpool in the movies, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is the only Deadpool.
Yeah,
So
and
far.
also, I mean, we're not going to talk about Baraka Pool.
Yeah.
What?
You're talking about the.
That was still Ryan Reynolds, though. That was still Ryan Reynolds.
Honestly, I wish there was like a Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Well, and jokes
Hugh
aside,
Jackman's last performance.
They're saying that Hugh Jackman is supposed to be in this new Doctor Strange movie.
Can't wait.
As who?
Didn't they kill Logan off?
Oh yeah, no. That's the whole point. He's supposed to be from one of the other timelines, but somebody had taken this really blurry ass picture and they had posted it online. What it looks like because I know what shit looks like. It does. It looks like whoever's in the Spider-Man suit looks like they're wearing The Last Stand, and Hugh Jackman looks like he's wearing Old Man Logan gear. I would fucking love to see that.
Bro,
honestly, I just want to see Doctor Doom in the MCU.
Dude, they're literally taking the comics and putting it into the movies. That's what I like.
They're also saying that Thomas Jane might.
Didi wanted to say something.
Sorry.
I would love to see Hugh Jackman return as Wolverine, but I thought he said he didn't want to play Wolverine anymore.
Disney has money, lots and lots of money.
Wait.
I refuse to play Wolverine again. We have $2 billion. Where do I sign up?
Okay. I just want to suggest this as an idea for like if there was like another Spider-Verse after No Way Home. I want to see like pretty much not just Toby, Andrew, and Tom, but also every single animated version of Spider-Man, the PS4 Spider-Man, and everyone else.
Well, if that's the case, we got to get the Japanese live-action Japanese Spider-Man.
Yes.
Motherfucker, that's gonna cost so much.
And he's been
Like
I don't care if we're getting every type of Spider-Man. I want the Japanese live-action Spider-Man who had a fucking mech.
Okay, 60 Spider-Man.
I don't remember
Spider-Man,
that. Oh, yes, they did.
Amazing
Spider-Man.
Friends, Amazing Friends Spider-Man, the 1994 Spider-Man, the MTV Spider-Man.
I love that version and the 1994 version.
And Spectacular Spider-Man, and maybe
Spider-Man
like a
Unlimited.
pseudo fusion between Ultimate Spider-Man and 2017 Spider-Man.
Now, fun fact for you, there was a Spider-Man live-action, massive air quotes, TV series, but it's absolutely horrendous.
Okay, but...
Even for back then.
Okay,
oh, you know what I'm talking about, Kikiro.
Don't even remind me. That's
Power Ranger style special effects and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, it was the 70s, but still, good God.
Also, I would like to see PS1 Spider-Man and PS4 Spider-Man with all the whole graphic differences. Like, PS1 Spider-Man could be like blocking and voiced by Rino Romano, and Spider-Man PS4 could look like the same thing, but with Yuri Lowenthal.
Going back to Deadpool. I am going to be disappointed in the newest movie if he doesn't reference that he's now owned by Disney. Like him saying, now that I'm owned by the mouse, I'm going to clean up my language, and then like a sword goes through his foot. He's like, scratch that.
Yeah, or after this, you know.
Or like he makes a cameo in The Simpsons, like Bill Cipher did.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
no.
Buy crypto!
Wait, I got something even better. What if Bill Cipher and Deadpool team up to kill pretty much every single Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars character?
Well,
okay. By the way, have any...
I don't think Deadpool would agree.
Dormammu was knocking on your fucking door, Bleeding Shadow. He's knocking on your door right fucking now.
He's here to bargain.
With your life. Okay.
But seriously though, Bill Cipher and Deadpool should like have like a screen time together. Like, imagine if Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, and like
well, I mean, the only problem is, you know, Bill would do something that would piss off Deadpool, and Deadpool tries to fight him. Like example, Bill Cipher decides to turn Deadpool's daughter. And he does have a daughter, if you've read the comics.
Yeah, she's from an alternate future. Yeah.
Basically, Bill would do something that would piss Deadpool off, and Deadpool's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna turn you into nacho crumbs.
Okay, let me say this. You know, I've seen a lot of crazy shit with Deadpool. He wasn't always the wacky woohoo Dante Devil May Cry wisecracking ripoff as he is today. He was actually pretty serious back then. But, you know, like, I want to say this, that fucking comic with Dante, not Dante, fuck, think of Devil May Cry. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. That shit, especially the second one, that shit irritated me. I'm like, I am sick.
Okay,
listen,
yeah,
not that fucking popular. I am so sick and tired of it. Dude, there's a one comic book or picture where he has Spawn's head on a fucking wall. I'm like, all right, that's it. But here, you gotta see this. I'm gonna find it.
Oh, okay, but to be fair, the first one was at least, you know, you knew it was not canon. You knew, you know, what it was going to be like. The first one was at least passable. The problem was that they decided to do it again. See, that's the thing. When we were teenagers, when we were kids, all we freaking wanted to see was Deadpool, and you know, and we wanted to see some iteration of Harley Quinn show up in a freaking movie, and then all of a sudden they push both of those characters. They push the Joker way too much. They push I'm just saying, like, the problem is that both Suicide Squad and Deadpool, now don't get me wrong, Deadpool did really fucking good, but Suicide Squad was one of those movies that if it had come out 10 years before that, it would have been perfect.
One thing I also want to talk to real quick, like the whole Harley Quinn thing, I still will say to this day, that Birds of Prey should have done a million times better and would have sold with Harley Quinn by herself if it wasn't for the damn woke ass third wave feminist agenda.
And then they got upset that it lost to the Sonic movie. I'm like, well, did y'all go see it? And it's like, well, no, I didn't want to spend my money. It's like, well, there you go. It fucking failed because you didn't go see it. I didn't want to see it because I knew it was going to be garbage. But you claim that it should have succeeded. But y'all who bitched and moaned about wanting this didn't go see it.
And I think this is the flaw with
I miss
think
the DCAU. It's shit like this that makes me miss it so much.
There's something I wanted. Oh, never mind.
No, continue what you were saying.
I want to say something. One of the things I disagree with RGE on is that we need to I think what we need to do is make sure that the thing is that if you boycott a company entirely, even if they do make something that isn't woke, the problem is they don't get that signal, because the people on social media has banned everyone that dissents. If you know with how many people are banned, basically social media is an echo chamber now. Only the leftists and are talking. The censors are talking. And people who speak up against the censorship are banned, restricted. The problem is social media companies are actually dictating what these companies make.
And not just that.
So and what we need to do is give them indicators outside of that, like revenue is a big indicator for these companies. The problem is if everything doesn't make any money, they try to appeal to the people who are talking on social media.
Yeah.
And that's always the wokies, because if we started to do what they do, we would get banned.
Exactly.
It's the social media company bias is preventing us from having our voices heard. So the only way they're going to get any signal is through our wallets.
Trust me, if I ever become a comedian, I am dragging Twitter. I'm going to be like, and for anyone wondering why I'm not on Twitter,
Twitter should get shut down.
I prefer to keep my blood pressure down, and Twitter just raises it because they allow fucking wokey scum terrorists to run amok. Meanwhile, if I say something like, if someone invades my personal space, I'll break their nose, I get banned. But wokey scum can basically tell J.K. Rowling she should go kill herself because of her beliefs on trans women.
And mind you, by the way, these clowns. First of all, go with Dee for a moment. You're a woman who is a sane individual. You're not a Kool-Aid haired woman who's like, oh my god, listen to my hairy coochie. You know what a woman is. If you were to state your opinion, and also kind of going back to the whole that mentally challenged clown who was trying to define a woman on the comment section, there were women who were saying, hey, woman here, I'm getting tired of these people erasing us, and yet it's y'all's voice that's getting erased. It's like, no, we can't have y'all speak. We have to listen to this legit man in a pink tutu with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Basically, we can't have you poking holes in our logic.
The problem is this concept of solidarity.
Hey, Geek Hero, Bubba, here you go.
Wait, you're leaving, Matt?
Yeah, I kind of have to go pick up my little brother from work. You know how it is.
Bye, Matt.
Okay, who's echoing?
Okay, bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Whoa.
Bye, Matt.
Bye.
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 But for me, just be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And by the way, and even don't listen to Razorfist for his views on anime. He's really full of shit. I mean, he's a cool guy, but he's full of shit when it comes to anime.
Definitely.
Also, can I point out the fact that people seem to miss that most female characters in anime tend to be badass? I mean, and as I pointed out with Studio Ghibli, even when the main character is male, the supporting female character is a badass.
And not just that, but also what pisses me off is they want to talk about, STEM and all this and that. Here's a little fun fact for you. Sinner and Kagura, all the girls know each other. They're strong, powerful, beautiful, etc. And you have Haruka, who, yes, is a sadist, but she's also a genius at the science that these SJWs want to promote so badly, but yet she doesn't count because she's a sexy woman, and so we can't allow that to be a thing. We have to have these ugly wildebeests who are like, I can science.
Yeah, well,
another thing, I ain't never forgiving freaking, Tencent for actually trying to freaking muscle their way into freaking Marvelous, and turning fucking Seven Kagura into, and then destroying it, all for the sake of Chinese censorship.
I'm gonna say this.
I thought it was Sony's fault.
I think that too. I think Sony is the one who actually did the. I think Sony is the one who crippled everything because they're the ones because they had an exclusivity deal with Sony, and that's why I don't like these exclusivity deals. I hope PlayStation shuts down because if they shut down, maybe that contract will be null and void.
And also, GD wanted to say something.
Yo, the Sony ponies is gonna attack you, dude.
Anyway,
so what? The Sony ponies can go.
Whoa. Let Didi finish, okay?
Anyway, maybe I would have been okay with muscular She-Hulk if she had looked like Louisa. You can tell she has muscle, but she's still fucking attractive. Instead, we have Bruce in drag, and it will always be Bruce in drag because I thought of Bruce when I saw She-Hulk's new design.
And one other thing I would have thought that too is, again, these SJWs, they want to speak for not only women, but also everyone. Take the LGBT. Me and Didi here are bisexual, but our voices are told to shut up because we're not the ones whose personality revolves around being, bisexual. We have to keep quiet while these rainbow-colored neckbeards go, hey, I'm gay, my name is Bob, and I identify as a he, who, what, when, where, how, and why.
Well, like I told my dad earlier when I was talking about this, when I was on Twitter, I hated having to say I'm bisexual because it felt like I was trying to do the get out of jail free card, but it's like they would call me homophobic if I didn't agree with them, and I had to basically point out that I'm queer.
Exactly. And again, our voices are told to keep quiet. Your voice as a woman is told to keep quiet. And hell, got Neo over here who is not white. And it's like he doesn't give two fucks about the whole black transgendered fucking Superman shit. Neo, I'm pretty sure you want an actual fucking black hero that is original, right?
I really don't give a shit. I really don't. I am not a black extremist. I'm trust me, Lord Dionysus. If you met me in person, you will know exactly what kind of person I am. Listen,
the problem is representation is done in a way that's preachy and very and it's basically I wouldn't doubt it if it's they do it on purpose to make it they do it badly on purpose. I mean.
Of course they do. It's like what I said earlier. It's not about the representation. It's all about going neener.
Using corporations to basically to make it boring, basically.
Exactly.
They'll try to stereotype the black character and say, "Oh, yo, N-worded. Yo, I got some fried chicken." Like they'll always try to stereotype the character. So why? Yeah, I'm not like that at all. I'm really not like that. I don't see that why black people have to fucking act.
And mind you, by the way, whenever if me or Mr. A here was to make a cool ass fucking black character based on an African mythical creature or whatever, we would be called, racist and some bullshit. Meanwhile, we could make them badass, cool, etc. But yet here's SJWs who would take an African mythical being and make like, I was born in the hood. I know about the hood life. I have no daddy because my daddy
That's
was a
a
drug
stereotype,
dealer.
and that's a stereotype they always push.
Exactly. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
How the hell
like,
are
Oh, how
we?
about the fact that for what that Knuckles from Sonic is, black coded because his theme is a rap song.
The whole coded thing is just an excuse. It's the same thing of how they try to say when people make reasonable statements, they'll say, "Oh, that's code for something racist." It's like
You know what's funny?
It's a way of lying about what someone is saying.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
I'm just
so
giggling like an
fucking-
idiot. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's-
giggling like an idiot at these wokies getting pissy over being called gringo by Latin folk.
God, I love that so fucking much.
Oh
Too.
yes.
Wait a minute, I'm
Basically,
sorry.
anything
I know-
that actually freaking
I've been
pisses
told
off
what
the
a
woke is
gringo
a white
was, but
problem.
I forgot what it meant. I knew what it meant, but I fucking forgot it.
Gringo is used for American and European foreigners, usually most of the time white American or European foreigners.
So it's a slur against white people. Yet I don't see. Do people actually get banned for saying that?
Oh no.
It's used for American or European foreigners in general.
Yeah.
But it's mostly white people because it's mostly wokey white scum that are causing the fucking shit. Like I've told my dad, I never looked at an orc and said, "Oh
There's
yeah,
always
that's a
these
black
liberal
person."
fucking white
now
people.
I have the stupid thing in my head because some wokey scum said, "Oh, obviously this is a black person because they're savages and rapists." I'm like, really?
Also,
That's the thing you go for?
Didn't
Really?
people during the
Hello,
civil
Dragon
rights
Slayer.
era? Didn't people during the civil rights era actually warn about the white liberal?
Yes.
Wait,
and
hold up.
these
hold
fucking bastards didn't listen.
And one thing I also want to out there too. First of all, hello, Dragon Slayer, welcome to the channel. But one thing I also want to out there too is these idiots. All it is they want to pat themselves on the back to feel good. Like I said before, the whole analogy of the waiting room. We will just sit in a chair and not really care because it's no big deal. But to an SJW, if they see a black person, a Muslim, a woman, an LGBT, what have you, they will take that as an opportunity to, basically glorify themselves and talk on Twitter, TikTok, and whatever, saying, I talked to a Muslim. I am super progressive.
Yeah, I
that
found out
shit
someone's posting about me online saying they talked to a bisexual
is
woman.
it better
I'm
now?
gonna find them and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I'm just having problems where I'm at.
But no, I mean, as you should, because guess what? I have, news for everyone. I mean, I'm sure none of y'all need to hear this, but just on the off chance, and to whoever out there is listening to this, you, whether you're white, black, Asian, Mexican, Muslim, Jewish, LGBT, straight, or male, female, you all get ready for this. A human being and matter.
Yeah. Also, DNI, I have a Discord channel. If you want to come in, you can. I know you don't want to be on Discord, but trust me, my Discord's safe. Just read the rules.
Also,
What's
I have my own
Just
Discord
message
if
me.
you're interested.
Well, I mean, the reason why I left Mr. A's Discord is it was becoming too dangerous.
I know. That's why I left too.
I think that I think X that one that one X whatever dude. I think I looked at his blog. He came in first, and then I think he was a plant.
He was. I've been saying that. I told y'all not to let certain dudes in. I think I did. I don't know. I told Miss Anime not to let certain dudes in. But
And here's the thing: is that I saw an invite by someone called Digital Overlord that I canceled that link.
Well,
because I think he was
he's
the
a
ones that were
fucking version overlord, is what he is. Anybody who's called digital overlord does not get no ass. I can tell.
Well, this, like I said in the Discord, Discord, I'm gonna ask Mr. A's permission before I'm inviting anyone to Otaku Squad, because that's what you should do if it's not your Discord. You ask
Plus,
the person who made it if it's okay.
Yeah, and the thing
Also, I
is
made
that
another rule, guys.
how did Digital Overlord manage to make that invite? That's what I want to know.
I keep telling you guys, these guys are really good at hacking. You know.
Yeah.
And also, somebody must have came in, and someone must have came in the Discord already, and it had him come in and able to make the invite.
Man, I hope it wasn't.
I know, but I thought not just anybody could create could create an invite. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, in fact, this is why we need to be careful about who we actually invite to our Discord server.
If you're on my Discord, if you invite anybody in without my without my permission, you're banned. Because I don't trust nobody. That's why I said I'm going to let you guys in. I'm going to let you be moderators, but you cannot just let anybody in.
Well,
that's why you remove the ability of creating invite links.
One at a time.
Anyway, I don't really want to join any more Discords because my phone already goes off the nut bar or whatever you want to call it. So I don't want to add more to that.
Oh wait, you can cancel notifications.
But if I did join, I still would end up asking your permission before I invited anyone because it's not my Discord.
Also, you can cancel notifications. Well, that way you won't get annoyed.
Well, I'll look around later. Also, normally I don't like saying this because it's like you basically limit artists and stuff when you do this, but I'm saying it. Hollywood needs to let actual queer people do queer characters because I've noticed every queer person who has done a show or something has done queer characters justice. Vixie Pop, Rebecca Sugar, Dana, who created the Owl House. You need to have these kinds of people doing the queer characters because they know not to basically have every 5 minutes. By the way, did I mention I'm gay as a $2 bill?
Like, oh my god, I am so fucking
It's a $3 bill.
The point is,
would it be a $10 bill?
Look, the point is I'm getting tired of every 5 minutes the queer character has to remind people that they're fucking queer, as if the person watching has too short of an attention span to realize, okay, you're fucking gay, we get it.
And again, you look at characters like, say, Stodus and Angel Dust, who, are flamboyant, but yet they are more than just, LGBT. They actually have a personality and have depth to them.
Moxie's bisexual.
Yes, I mean, and to be fair, like, he really doesn't have, like, a sexual drive, if you will, like, say, Stodus does.
Oh God. Basically, this is why we need to actually take notes from actually all these like shows and stuff like that, because at least we can actually show that we care about something.
Oh, by the way, did y'all watch that pilot I posted?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Did y'all like and share it and stuff? Because they say if they get enough likes, they'll make it into a series. And I really want this series because I love this band. And I love
I'll share on my Discord. I
did share it on mine and Sono's Discord. I'm not going to say it because just in case someone's watching. Well, no, I didn't do it on Twitter. I didn't really. I mean, to be fair, I only got like 100 people, and only 3 people ever really talked to me. When I read 3, more like.
Well, like I love that the Jeff character isn't just crap because he says stuff about feminism. He also has a lot of other stuff like illegally ripping the band's music. They give you several things besides the whole feminist thing to hate him. If it had just been the feminist thing, I'd be like, God God damn it, Studio Killers, why?
I mean, they really did do a. Oh, porn. They did do a good job, and the art style reminds me of. Okay, I don't remember the name, so anyone out there, please help me. But there was a animated movie that was LSD as hell, like trippy as fuck. And the male character, the guy, he had a TV for a head, and the girl, the female character, I think had like a kind of a lightning bolt scar tattoo or whatever, over her eye.
That sounds cool as fuck, but I don't know what you're talking about.
It's an acid trip movie. It's one of those anime movies that you should not be fucking high when watching.
Oh God, I think I've actually seen that particular movie before, and yeah, it's actually a total head trip and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, one of the characters actually kind of reminds me of Kaki from Fooly Cooly. First Fooly Cooly, though.
Yeah, Fooly Cooly was a fucking acid trip and a half too.
And
I didn't think of it that way.
When I
just watched
Fooly Cooly, I thought that the creators were freaking taking the toke off the reefer when they created that.
But I also love that the villain or villainess is basically this dominatrix, which I'm sorry, it's got to be poking fun at the fact that if you have animated jiggling tits, that'll get you taken off of YouTube. But meanwhile, we got like naked yoga and stuff.
Oh yeah. God! Basically, if you're gonna freaking try to get someone banned for something,
shouldn't naked yoga be part of a porn site or something?
I know naked yoga is supposed to be educational, massive air quotes, but it's not really educational.
Yeah, because they made it not educational. They made it for. That's what they made it for.
I mean,
you're trying to get us banned off of YouTube forever, Miss Anthony.
As I do, teenage boys are watching naked yoga and going, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah."
Don't irritate these fucking guys, man.
Oh yeah,
naked yoga puts the naked yoga puts the tits in titillating.
Disgusting.
The problem is that they can't really post stats like the naked yoga. I mean, Pornhub used to be an alternative they could put it on, but nope, not anymore.
Wait, why not?
Because, well, I don't know, they'd have to be verified and all that.
Wait, isn't Pornhub now woke these days?
Pretty much.
Actually,
unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not woke. The reason why they cracked down so much is because
New York
apparently someone was actually showing legit CP.
Yeah.
So like, okay, we need to...
Well, when you have that many videos, it's hard to moderate. Honestly, they need to hire.
Yeah.
They needed to hire more moderators and stuff.
And that's why Rule 34 and especially Gelbaru is better.
Because they don't allow real life stuff. You could get rid of half. You could get rid of like 90% of the risk by just disallowing real life.
But I think because I'm gonna have to watch the pilot again just to memorize names outside of the band. But I think the villainess's name is Pornographa.
Oh God!
Oh God! Why? Don't tell me it's another one of these Christian things.
What?
No!
Sir, no.
It's basically the Studio Killers take that to the whole jiggling tits equals animated jiggling tits equals bad, but things like naked yoga on YouTube is A-okay.
Ah, that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I got to the whole naked yoga thing.
Is that why anime fan service gets censored on YouTube all the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I feel really bad.
And yet again, you can watch Brazilian Wax. Do not type that into YouTube; you will regret it. And
Brazilian Wax.
Let's just say there are some vaginas you don't want to look at, and
yeah, don't tell me. Don't. I don't want to know.
God.
I don't want to know.
Are they at least anime vaginas?
No.
I figured.
Honestly,
Even if it wasn't anime vagina, who wants to see a blue waffle?
the reason why I'm against
it's waxing, but
I guess
as
the
you're
one
waning.
to give you an image, just imagine a walrus's face getting waxed.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Then instead of talking about that, can we go complain about Disney again?
Yeah, fuck Disney.
Well, I mean, I don't. There's a good reason I don't like Disney, and that's because
I fucking hate Disney.
Disney's the reason why copyright lasts so freaking long.
Yeah, I fucking hate Disney.
I won.
Disney is a double-edged sword for me because there are things I hate, like the live-action remakes, but then they come up with great stuff like Encanto, and it's like, why can't you be this way all the time?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like,
what needs to do is their sales for Encanto need to surpass their live action bullshit.
Well, but see, that's the problem though. If you ask me, they tanked Encanto on purpose because its sales are not exactly great. But you got to think about it.
My biggest problem with Disney is that they barely treat Disney XD well at all.
Well, one thing I want to thought that too is, like, in Kenta, I've heard nothing but positive, good, wonderful things about this movie, and every time I go on Facebook, someone is bringing up something about Encanto, whether it be, Louisa, or, something how it's really good, it's like a good, strong women, yada, yada, yada. Mind you, sadly, there are some wokey nonsense in it, especially when it comes to, Muscle Woman, Louisa, stuff like that, but it's not annoying, and you sadly kind of agree with it because it makes sense. But,
sadly, there's also wokey scum complaining about Peppa, the one that can control the weather, because she's a redhead with pale skin. And they're like,
okay, no. That does happen. There are redheaded Hispanics. It's very rare, but it does happen.
Yeah, but these wokey scum claim that they're supposed to look like Gabriel Iglesias or something.
Oh, just on a side note though, I did see the night before my fiance and I went to go see Encanto. It was hilarious. This chick had put on Twitter that I haven't seen Encanto yet, but all I know is I want her to crush my pelvis with her tongue. And three guesses too. Cracked me the fuck up.
Also, Disney Channel, Disney really should give Disney Channel, Disney XD the respect that they deserve. Also, they should bring back stuff like Motor City and Avengers DMH.
Speaking of Disney XD and all that, Didi can jump in on this one as well. Disney, what the fuck is up with canceling, the Owl House? Yes, we're getting season 3. It's going to be 40 episodes, if I remember correctly. But you're still canceling a show that was really good, and it had all this.
I don't care what anyone says. They say it's not episodic like all the other shows. I'm like, I'm sorry. From what I'm hearing, Amphibia is going to get 4 seasons like the other shows, and it has a story arc. The DuckTales reboot had a story arc, but yet you're canceling the Owl House because it's not episodic. No, I think it's because of the fact that it's queer representation. Because notice that the DuckTales reboot had a gay couple, but they were more of background characters than main characters. And Amphibia is mostly straight. So, forgive me if I really cannot see this BS as being the reason why the show.
Well, the problem is that it's representation without being woke. That's the real reason they're getting rid of it.
And see, that's what the fuck? It's good. Like, it's something that you can watch and enjoy, and it's not preaching to you.
They don't want it. They don't want us to enjoy it. If we can enjoy it, then they want it gone.
Yeah, and they'll probably replace it with some live action adaptation of Gargoyles or American Dragon or something.
Like, Luz isn't pointing and wagging her finger at any male saying you need to check your male privilege or some bullshit like that. Instead, we get a good actual representation of LGBT, and it's not a hidden thing that can be easily edited out for foreign
Also-
release.
China.
Also, if anyone could tell me, what does male privilege even mean?
Even
I'm
as
sure
a
it's
male,
the
I
same
can.
as quote unquote white privilege, which I hate that stupidity because I live in a busted down trailer that should have been condemned 20 years ago, but they make it seem like I should have been born with like $10 billion in a mansion. Where's the fuck is my $10 billion in mansion if I have so much fucking privilege?
And that's the thing, is that I don't like, and people always get on my case about this. Every single time I say this, people say, "Well, you're wrong," and it's like, white privilege doesn't exist. Rich privilege does.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Wait,
It's
money.
One thing I want to bring up about this whole privilege thing for a second. So this month, okay, like at January 1st or 2nd, me and my bro had to replace the refrigerator because they decided it would be a swell idea to break. Well, not really break. The AC stopped working, and well, let's just say the milk went from milk to yogurt
Cottage cheese.
overnight. Yeah. And
Dude.
so, you know what we had to do? We had to buy a new one. See, these privileged, the SJWs, first and foremost, these are the privileged people because they don't know about having to buy a new refrigerator. They don't know about having a crappy rundown trailer like Dee Dee does. They don't know our struggle. They just know how to live a good life. They can eat 3 meals a day, which I'm pretty sure they do, and they have all the money they want.
With how fat
don't,
they are, I bet they do.
yeah, they don't have to worry about anything. Meanwhile, I have to make sure that my money is, like I can pay my bills. I can, have money to get more contact solution. I wear contacts, and so like every month I have to buy, new contact solution. It's like $12. And it's like, where the fuck is this so-called white or male privilege? Because I still have to buy this.
The only reason, I mean, literally, the only reason why I'm not out on the street broke with no internet connection or anything is the reason why I'm not like that is because because of my disability. That's the only reason. If it wasn't for my disability, I probably wouldn't be able to find a job.
Well, and that's the thing. Y'all don't know this because I ain't talked to anybody about it yet, and I cannot say a whole lot because my job follows my social media very closely after that thing that happened a few months back. But anyway, I hurt myself at work last night, and spent most of my night in the ER. And it's nothing major. I'm okay. It took a couple stitches, but the point is that I'm getting ready to start having to go into that kind of a battle, and it's I don't have any privilege. I'm just lucky that I pay all my months or all my bills a month in advance, and so I've got a little bit of time to get shit together.
Exactly, and again, it's like what I said before. These SJWs, these Wookiees, they are the ones.
I'll give you an invite.
privilege.
I can talk to you on a thing.
All right, man.
Oh, hey,
But it's these Wookiees are the ones with the privilege. They don't have to worry about
stitches
or having to buy a new refrigerator or
paycheck.
Actually, no. I mean, they do have to worry about disability, because they identify as twin-abled. They have schizophrenia.
Is that that's the only reason why I have any free time at all. For
And
one
here's the
thing,
thing.
to live like I am now, and with what very basic stuff I have. Because the thing, without subsidized housing, you're shelling out like $1,500 a month in rent alone in a lot of places.
Well,
or even
like,
if you're living in California, good luck, because your 1 month of rent costs as much as a freaking used car. So
yeah.
Well, like
basically,
like
God,
I worry about if my dad were to have a heart attack. He is a heart patient. He has had a heart attack before, but because I don't have a driver's license, I worry if he has a heart attack, because then I'm going to have to be scrambling to try and find one of my uncles who lives in the same neighborhood as me to take him to the hospital, because it's that or try and get an ambulance, and they charge you for ambulances.
Yeah,
and I can't afford
and
to
an
pay for
ambulance
an
ride is
ambulance.
ridiculous.
I can't
Honestly,
afford
the
an
ambulance. I mean, what do we pay our taxes for? If it doesn't go towards providing ambulances, it provides for firemen and police, but why not also ambulances? That's also an emergency service.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
And again, like I said
Should be one of
before,
the basic services, because that's like anything that you call for, like for 911, like either ambulances, fire trucks. What makes ambulance any different from a fire truck or a police officer? They should
because they're privatized companies.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is there are certain things that cannot be privatized. That I think that we should privatize what should be, and then like for like certain things, like
Yeah, I
stop
think
paying
our mail
for
should be
new
privatized.
stadiums for these schools. Stop paying for the new stadiums and all that kind of stuff with taxpayer dollars, because why is our money going there?
Exactly, and like I said before, we don't have this so-called privilege. We have to work. We have to make sure we pay our bills and all this and that. We have real things to worry about.
We make.
And I'm looking for a job.
Most people who work make just enough to live. They can't save money because it all goes to expenses. They're just making just enough to barely survive. It's like they want us to be. They're basically enslaving us by having us work barely enough. We're getting barely enough to survive, but nothing more. They want to
Meanwhile,
as far as upward mobility goes, they've regulated that away because with all license laws and all that kind of stuff. So,
I have to do recipes that'll give me leftovers for the next couple days, just so I can stretch my food budget as much as possible.
Yeah, and again, where's also called privilege, because we don't get that quote unquote privilege, unlike these SJWs who have not only privilege but all the time in the world. Because, well, if you're someone who not only makes up your gender on the fly, but you also sit on Twitter every single second of the day crying about boobies and all this stuff.
I think they're doing off their parents' money.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them.
Like, they have privilege. See, I gotta work. Geek Cure has to work. Whoever else here has to work.
Honestly, I need to find a job real soon.
Yeah, and these clowns, they don't work because, they want to pretend that they're disabled. I mean, they are disabled, but, it's the whole, they're not legit disabled. And they want to pretend to be non-binary toothpaste while coloring the hair rainbow color and the damn neck beards, pink and shit. Meanwhile, crying to us about, privilege.
I want to say something. Lord Nice, do you want to finish? Because I want to.
Oh, no, I was done, but yeah, go on, man, go on.
Listen, I gotta agree with you on one thing, Lord Dionysus. That fucking coloring your beard and doing all of that as a man, and you're trying to look feminine, dude, you gotta shave off that shit off your body if you want to look feminine. Like, seriously. Like, that shit looks fucking disgusting. I hate how dudes come on here, try to look feminine. That's fine. And then you have a fucking nasty ass beard on your face. Like, shave that off, please. That looks
DBZ, did you hear?
Or get your beard waxed off so it never grows back.
Guys, please let DD finish, okay?
Did you hear about he who must not be named? The one that we tell Mr. Anime not to acknowledge. He claims he's a femboy now.
No.
Let him be a femboy.
No.
I saw that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The fake boyfriend he made up bothers me more than anything.
The fake boyfriend.
Let him be a femboy.
Oh my God, he's Christian. He's Christian 2.0.
No. I don't care how big of an asshole he is. I do not want to think about him possibly bending his mother over and doing what Chris Chan did.
No, we're not here. No.
Besides,
He actually going to prison for that one.
Neckbeard for that too. And basically,
Eventually,
I do have a neck.
Josh
I do have a beard, but I'm not a freaking neckbeard.
I gotta say, you gotta trim that a little crispy. Listen, I gotta say this. Josh Chan is gonna eventually grow that beard. He's gonna eventually grow a beard in his face, and he's gonna be a neck beard. And watch how he paints it yellow.
To be milady.
Milady.
Let me get some butter.
Yeah, basically, he sits the freaking moralities too.
Also, there's a picture.
Moralities, I'm gonna give you some butter.
There is a picture of Monica Rial with Chris Chan.
Oh
no!
No!
Oh no!
I'm just waiting for the day that that he announces that he's a Kick Vic member.
Wait, hold on. How did that song go? Oh hell no to the no.
Oh hell to the no.
Hell to no. To the no. Oh hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Guys, no.
This became a musical all of a sudden.
Guys, can anyone explain that song to me and where it came from? Oh.
Anyway, guys, I gotta wrap this up because I gotta go help my grandfather and also gonna file my taxes today too. So let's get our father.
Can I do my thing first? Because I gotta pee.
Okay, good.
For the love of God, Hollywood, talk to queer people to actually make good queer characters. As if you're watching, as you've seen, I've named a few. So you shouldn't have trouble being able to find some queer people. And not Ellen DeGenerate. I'm still pissed with her. And we Louisianans don't claim her.
Also,
anyway,
if
bye,
I could...
guys.
Bye.
All right, later.
Bye.
Bone?
Well, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, all of y'all, it has been great. I am very happy, as always, to share my thoughts and to share yours. Y'all have a good day, and please, for the love of God, watch your backs.
Yep.
Because they are always coming.
Yep, Neo.
They're about to stop coming real soon because their day is coming.
Anyway, Neo, you want to say something?
All I have to say is keep rocking the dragon. And one thing, if you're going to look good and if you're going to look feminine, you're going to dress that way, shave off the fucking beard because beards are fucking disgusting. Thank you.
Dio?
All right. So, nothing really much except for too bad Dee Dee's not here because I'm pretty sure she would agree. But anywho, I'm just going to say this. Encanto is much better and far superior than Frozen. Now, with that being said, remember, like glorious heathens, to live life and to enjoy your desires.
All right, Cerno?
Basically, well, I disagree with how with the whole thing that you say with what Dio says about certain things. I will say this. The problem I have isn't that people have these identities. It's the fact that they're so fanatic about them. Like, if they would just not try and censor people, not try and go after people, or try and say that certain people are scum of the earth because of their opinions. I mean, it's the attacking and the censorship and how whiny they are. That's the only thing I don't like, is how sensitive and easily offended people are. That's the problem I have. And it just and the fact that they want to use that to then censor fiction and go after fictional works of all things. It's like it's this mentality, and it all boils down to the same mentality Jack Thompson had about video games back in the day. It's the same mentality. It's just wrapped up. It's the same thing as the religious right, but wrapped up from a different lens. It's just from the other side. It's both extremes. Like, people need to realize it's not just the left or the right. It's both extremes. The extremes are the problem. That's what I want to say.
All right. Well, anyway, Shadow.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't even hear half of that.
Those not Joey.
Hold up, let me try again. Stick with the shadows, because at the end of the day, the darkness is always with you.
That's better. That's a lot better.
Basically, I just want to clarify that what I meant by I disagree with Dio is some of the things he said about non-binary. I don't really think that it's good to try and I don't think it's good to go after, like, try and be as it's not good to be mean to them at all. Like, I don't think being mean to people will actually do anything. It'll just make you a target. That's all I want to say.
That's okay.
Anyway,
Senna.
Now it's my turn. Anyway, thank you guys for actually coming on board. Thanks for actually dealing with me. Razorfist, if you're watching this, you have every right to actually freaking roast my happy ass. Just because, I roasted you. Hopefully you can actually, in turn, make me laugh with your little freaking roast of me, of course. Because, hey, turnabout's fair play. Also, just remember these three things, guys. Respect the waifus. Enjoy your fandoms. Anime is freedom. And, of course, as always, until the next time we actually meet again, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying, God, anime, mecha, big titty waifu, fucking speed.
Well,
Later,
tomorrow.